Hello everyone, I'm Jessica. Welcome to Disastrously Domestic. In this video podcast, I plan to talk about lots of things, particularly the gentle arts and domesticity, or my failures therein. I love knitting, sewing, needlework, baking, canning, my son, my husband, my dogs. So I plan to talk about all those things here, and you know, whether you like it or not. Anything else I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about it, because it's my video cast. I can do what I want, right? So, before I get into things, I'd like to introduce you to two very special fur babies. The first is my firstborn child, Matilda. Look how cute she is. Isn't she cute? Hi, Debbie. Say hi. Hi. She hates me. She loves my husband more than me. See? Yeah. Heidi, come here. Heidi, come here. My second baby, actually she's my third baby, but this is Heidi. Say hello, Heidi. And she loves me. Yes, she does. She's a good girl. She is a Border Collie and German Shepherd mix. And so sweet. She's so sweet. She's my baby. My other baby is a human one, and his name's Warren, but he's not here. Thank goodness, because he would be so loud. Some of you might remember me from a video and audio podcast that I did with a friend of mine, Julie, called Revenge of the Knits. And we're kind of an on and off again relationship. But yeah, we decided that we're just giving up on that because we just had too much trouble figuring out our schedules and making things work. So she said, I'm breaking up with you. And I said, that's fine. And here I am, by myself, talking to myself and to my dogs. Because I'm crazy. It really is crazy. I don't know. Some of you might be video casters as well and know what I'm talking about, but it's really hard to talk to yourself in a camera because I can see myself right there. I'm right there. It's very weird. Very weird. Anyway, you know, if you remember me from that, fantastic. If you don't, hi, I'm Jessica. Oh, did you see my bats? Ah, there's lots of them. They're actually in a circle. And I did that for Halloween, which just ended. And, you know, I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of year. So those might stay forever. I don't know, because that wall has been empty since we moved in here last year. And I have not been able to find anything to fill that space, so they might stay until I get something else. So that's enough blabber, I guess. Let's move on to the first segment, which will be knitting. Okay, so knitting. I've been a knitter for how many years? Since 2002. So I don't even know how many years that, 11? No, more than that. I don't know, I was a freshman in college. Actually, no, that's not true. I was a senior in high school, and there was a foreign exchange student from Norway, and she had to be the absolute cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she could knit, and I just thought that was so cool. And I was so uncool. And I just wanted to be cool like the, you know, Scandinavian girl. And so I taught myself how to knit my senior year of high school. And then I basically did not knit for probably a year after that. And while in college, near the end of my freshman year, I really picked up knitting. And I picked up knitting hardcore. And I have been knitting pretty much ever since. Until earlier this year when I kind of had, I guess, a saturation of knitting where I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it. And I felt like I was being so untrue to myself by not knitting, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, and it was months and months of no knitting, and I just didn't know who I was anymore, and it was weird. And in that time I took up cross-stitching, which we'll talk about later. But I, recently I found out about the West Knits Mystery Knit-Along. And I love Stephen West. I've knit probably more Stephen West patterns than any other individual designer's patterns. So I figured, well, maybe this will be what I need to get me out of my knitting rut and back into the habit, so to speak. So I bought the pattern and I got my first clue and I got started. I should say also that the main reason that I thought this would be a good thing is because I've knit all of the previous West Knits mystery knit-alongs. There were 3. This is the 4th. So I've done them all, and I didn't want to break the break the chain. So yeah, hopefully that'll be enough to keep me motivated. That and my yarn, which I will show you. I'm not going to show you what I have knit yet because I know it's a mystery, and I plan to do a spoiler vision if I do show that to you, so that I'm not ruining it for anybody and you guys can fast forward and you'll be able to tell when to stop fast forwarding. So here are my colors. It calls for 4 colors. So I have a light blue, a kind of a teal color. This one here is called Bark. It's more gray than brown to me, so we're going with gray. And then this is a nice kind of earthy green color. And this yarn is Regia Angora Merino. It's really nice and affordable, which for this was very important to me because 4 colors, I'd love to do Mad Tosh, but 4 colors of Mad Tosh was gonna cost a lot of money. And I ain't got that. So that was a good alternative for me. But go ahead, editing people, and put in the spoiler cam. Spoiler cam, because I'm gonna show you my progress. And this is clue 1. I'm about halfway through. So yeah, here we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh, these are double yarn overs, so they're nice and big old fat holes. Fatty baby holes, look at that. And it's very swoopy, very swooshy. It's like the Nike symbol all over the place. So I'm liking the way my colors are playing with each other. They're very muted, very nice, soft colors, which I like. So it's good. I've got a lot of ends to weave in. And this yarn is really soft. I love it. I love it. I hope I'm not allergic to Angora. I don't think I am. We'll see. No problem so far. I have issues with some fibers, so like mohair I can't do, so that's why I was a little hesitant to get this, but so far so good! Yay! Okay, so that's it for that. You can remove the spoiler cam. Everybody can come back. Come back to me. Come back to me. Okay. So that's the main thing I'm working on. I'm also working on another piece of neckwear. It is the Petal Scarf by, who's it by? Petal Scarf by Jacqueline Kilmartin, if I'm saying that right. And here is a picture of it. Ooh. So that's what I'm working on. And it's a short row kind of deal. And this is my color. And I'm not very far. Not very far at all. But the yarn is really nice. It's by Stonehenge Fibers. And it's a merino wool, non-superwash, but oh my god, it's so soft. I can't even handle how soft it is without being superwash. I love it. But it's plain stockinette, or rather reverse stockinette. And it's so boring. It's so boring. Beautiful but boring. Oh well. So that's all I'm knitting. Not much. It's very strange for me to only be working on 2 knitting projects, and I think that's part of why I had the knitting saturation. I just had too much going on, so I don't want to get too carried away. And I know people are doing Nanny Swimo. I thought about it. I'm not gonna do it because I know I'm not gonna complete a sweater. I'm just not. So that's all for knitting. I'll keep you posted on those. Let's move on to the next segment. Okay, this is the sewing segment. I am probably not going to have too much to talk about. I've really only done one thing. I have plans for more, but I have not actually finished any of those plans or even started on them. But Halloween just ended, as I mentioned earlier, and I did make my costume, so I figured I'd show it, but I know it's gonna be kind of hard to see. I made myself a dress, and I used this pattern here. It's Lisette 1419. It's a really cute Peter Pan collar with an eyelet neckline. Keyhole neckline, sorry. Keyhole neckline, and, you know, right at the knee. Very cute. I did a size 12, which is supposed to be for a size 34 bust. And yeah, I should have went down a size, although if I had gone down a size, the waist wouldn't have fit. So I'm kind of screwed either way. I need to just learn my lesson and do a small bust adjustment on everything. Like, just assume, no matter what it is, if it's a commercial pattern, I'm gonna need a small bust adjustment, because even though this says it's for a 34, and I'm a 33 and a half, so I'm almost a 34, I thought I'd be okay. It swims, like in this underarm area, it's swimming on me. But I wore a cardigan with it and you couldn't really tell, so. So anyway, without further ado, here's my dress. I'll just show you the neckline. There you go. I did a lace fabric. I don't know if you can see that. And I did a cute little pearl button. Yeah, I have raw edges on the inside because I don't care. It's really hard to see the detail, but there's a, you know, pleated skirt and an invisible zipper, which I'm sure you can't see either because it's black. But whatever. It turned out really cute, aside from the fit issues. I was Wednesday Addams, if you couldn't figure that out. And I had a wig with pigtails and everything that I wore for all of 10 minutes before taking off. Once I had my first shot of the evening, I was like, take this wig off. So, but it was cute. I liked it. And this dress, you know, I made it in a linen fabric, a nice, easy to wash, easy to wear fabric. So I will be able to wear it in future. So what else have I planned with sewing? I'm planning on making a poncho, and I'm planning on making a ton of wool skirts because I was gifted a crap ton of wool fabric, like vintage wool fabric. I've got a houndstooth, I've got a few plaids, I've got, you know, solid colors of wool, and it's enough probably to make like a pantsuit of each color, but I'm not gonna do that. I figured I can make some really cute pleated skirts and wear the hell out of them. So we'll see. I'm trying to figure if I want to just, I'll probably just wing a pattern myself. I've made pleated skirts before, I know what I'm doing. So that is my plan for that. So keep an eye out on here for those. I will, you know, of course tell you because I'm voyeuristic and me. So that's it for sewing, really. It's boring. What else am I doing? Nothing. No, nothing else. So we'll move on to the next segment. All right, this is the needlework segment, in which I will speak of embroidery, cross stitch, whatever that I sew by hand. So let's get started. I did finish something. I participated in the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Mystery Knit Along, not knit along, stitch along. And it was a Halloween themed cross stitch pattern that was released monthly, and I finished it and I love it. Here it is. Can you see the whole thing? It's very cute. My fabric choice was not on point. Some of the colors blend in a little bit too much, but this was a fabric that was given to me by, you know, someone who just didn't want it anymore, and so it had been sitting in their closet forever, and I was like, well, free fabric, so I used it, and it's okay, it's okay. I haven't finished the, you know, framing it or whatever. I haven't really decided. I think I'm gonna do a cushion or, you know, a pillow, something like that. But of course I haven't done that, so I didn't get to display it for Halloween, but whatever. Next year, next year. So there's that. And the other thing that I'm working on is from the July 2014 issue of Cross Stitcher magazine, which is a British publication that I really love. I'm making this. It's called Herbal Essence, and it's little herbs and spices in cute little jars. And I'm not very far on it at all. I have this much. And I've changed my colors a little bit because I always do. So there. I'll keep you posted on that one. And I really need to finish it because I'm itching to start the next thing, which is Where There Are Bees by the Prairie Schooler. And it's a really cute pattern. There's a bear. There's a beehive. There's bees. Come on now. Damn it. I want to make this so bad. But I don't want to start it and then get all flustered because I have too much shit going on. But I got this because I want to be a beekeeper so bad. Like, that is my goal in life, is to be a beekeeper. And I'm not sure how my neighbors would feel about that, but that is what I want in life. I love honey. I love bees. I got stung by a bee a few months ago, and it really upset me because I was like, I love you. I love you. Why would you do this to me? So yeah, I love bees, and I get depressed about colony collapse. Makes me sad. But yeah, so I really want to start this. That's what I'm getting at. I want to start it, but I'm not gonna. So that's it for needlework. I haven't really been doing much else. I do a little bit of designing, and I've been playing around with blackwork patterns, but I haven't actually done any blackwork stitching, so to speak. I mean, I did a little tiny little thing, and you can see it on my Instagram, but it's really not much to speak about. Okay, so this segment is all about me. Things I like, things I buy, things I want to buy, things I want to do, my plans that aren't knitting, sewing, or stitching related. And, you know, maybe a little bit about my family, a little bit about this and that and the other. So, to start, I will talk about my recent purchase. One moment. Sephora. I love Sephora. I go in there and I spend my money on makeup. Lots of makeup. And okay, so I don't really wear a ton of makeup, but the makeup that I like to wear can be expensive. So I don't go to Sephora very often because I can't leave without spending at least $60. And $60 might not seem like a lot of money to some people, but $60 is a lot of money to drop in one spot when you only get 2 items. Like, that's a lot. So, yeah, I'll show you what I got. I'm excited. I got The Present. This is by, is it focusing? The Present. This is a primer and lotion by Philosophy. And I actually have used this before, and it is really nice. My mom swears by Philosophy and Benefit, which I also love Benefit. But this is a primer, but you can also use it just as like a makeup, kind of. Like it's a translucent makeup. So it doesn't add any color to your skin, but it does kind of help to even out any imperfections in your skin. And texture, you know, if you got redness or whatever, it helps a little bit if you aren't wanting to wear a ton of makeup. It doesn't have an SPF in it, which is one thing I don't like about it. I like to kind of a freak about SPF. I'm one of those weird people who likes being really pasty. And I'm really paranoid about skin cancer and cancer in general. You know, if you continue to watch this, you might realize that I really am a hypochondriac, and I've gone to dermatologists so many times over blemishes on my body. I was like, what's this? Yeah, I'm that person. So I like SPFs in my makeup. So like every day I put on a SPF 50 just moisturizer. And then if I do decide to put on a makeup, I tend to use Tarte foundation or their BB cream. And one of those is SPF 20 and the other is SPF 15. So in addition to the lotion that I wear, I have the foundation with the SPF as well. I know. But yeah, so that's the only thing about this that I don't like, and it's nice stuff. It smells fantastic. I'm wearing it now. I'm not wearing any foundation or any other face makeup. I do have eye makeup on and lipstick, but this is all I have on, so I like it. It's good stuff, so I bought it. The other thing I am so excited about, it is Argan Cleansing Oil by Josie Marin. It looks fantastic. And the reason I got this is because I was using a face cleanser by Burt's Bees, and I liked it, and I was using it, and it didn't really dry out my skin too much. I have pretty dry skin. And yeah, I found it today in the bathtub. It had been filled up to the brim with water, and there wasn't that much left in there anyway, so it was so watered down, and I tried to wash my face with it, and it was not really working. It was not going to take any makeup off my face. Apparently, when my husband gave my son a bath last night, yeah, he let him play with it in the tub. Thanks, dear. So I decided to give this a try. That's what it looks like. It's an oil, and it is argan oil, which is a kernel of some kind. And I've heard, you know, it's the buzzword in the cosmetic industry right now. But this brand, you know, is vegan, doesn't test on animals, and paraben-free, organic ingredients, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I've never used an oil cleanser, but I have used a sugar scrub that I made at home. That was sugar, raw honey, and lemon with a little bit of vitamin E oil and coconut oil. And I've used that to cleanse my face, and it felt really nice afterwards. So this seems like it's kind of the same idea, but without the scrubbing, without the, you know, the exfoliant. So we'll see. It seems like it'll be really gentle. It says it's for all skin types, and apparently you just squirt a little bit in your hand, dry, and massage it into your skin a little bit, dry, and then you get like lukewarm water and rub it into like a milky, it says it gets milky, so we'll see. I'm very excited. You rinse it off, and yeah, I'll let you know next episode how it goes. I'll use it probably daily and see if it irritates my skin, because I do have sensitive skin. Hopefully I don't have an allergic reaction to it, but yeah, I'm really excited about that. So yeah, that's what I bought. What else can I talk about? Me. Oh, November 1st was the start of NaNoWriMo, which I always attempt to do. And for those who don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. And you're supposed to write 50,000 words of a novel, start to finish, in the span of 1 month. It's very intense. I've completed it once. I don't remember what year it was. It was in college, probably 2006. And that was my first year, and I finished. And I've tried every year since, and I have not finished. Wah, wah, wah. But I keep trying, keep swinging. I'm not an athlete. Is that how you swing a bat? I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing something a little different with it this year. I have an idea for a graphic novel that I've been kind of tossing around in my brain. And I figured if I can do 3 storyboard pages a day, that would not be too difficult. And I'm talking stick figures and text. I'm not planning to pull out the watercolors and other art supplies just yet. I'm gonna try to just get the bones of the graphic novel solidified by the end of the month, and I think 3 pages a day will give me around, what is that, 90 pages? Around 90 pages, 3 times 30 or 31 in November. I don't know. But whatever, you know, if it happens, it happens. If not, you know, at least I'm trying. I'm getting a start. So I'll keep you posted, and I'm not going to share, you know, the details of what I'm working on in that, but I will maybe give you page counts. How many pages I've done, and so far all I've really gotten done, it's day 2. Do I have 6 pages done? No. No, I don't. But I have started my timeline because I'm trying to place it at a certain point in history, and I'm trying to just wrap my brain around the age of my character at what given time period. So, you know, if that makes sense, I don't know. But yeah, so it's kind of doing my research in the history, which I really should have been doing in October, but I didn't. Whoops. Yeah, so other things. Me. I am gonna be 31 on November 14th, which is approaching. I'm doing okay with that. When I turned 30, wasn't, you know, a happy day. I didn't think it would bother me, but it did, and now I'm over it. So I am, you know, planning on buying myself a nice pair of slippers. Because that's what old people do. Ah! No, I'm not old. I know, people are going to yell at me. They're going to be like, 31 is not old. I know it's not old. I know, I'm just joshing ya. So yeah, I'm planning on buying myself a nice pair of slippers, and I'm going to get myself a pair of overalls, damn it. That's right, a pair of overalls. And I am gonna wear them. I'm gonna wear them. Yep, I'm gonna wear them. You're not gonna stop me. I do what I want. I do what I want, especially on my birthday. So, yeah. That's, you know, this month. Anyway, I think that's all. I know this was kind of a crazy first episode, and I hope that I get my shit together and don't feel so weird talking to myself, which is kind of why I start rambling and umming. I know I'm an ummer. Sorry. Not sorry. But yeah, so I hope you come back, you know, and leave a review or don't. I don't care. You know, it'd be nice, but don't be mean. Be nice. Anyway, from my home to yours, bye. Edit it out because I'm gonna talk about knitting. There they are. Edit this out. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? I gotta find my notes. Yeah. Almost time for the next segment.